This is the before and after of this condo transformation. If your space feels empty, outdated, or just not working for you, stick around. We'll walk you through how to refresh it step by step. Today, we're working on Isabelle's 49 square meter condo in Canada. She wanted modern minimalist interior, a clean, modern look with a clutter-free minimalist feel. But she wasn't sure where to start. We'll break down every design choice so you can see exactly how we made this happen. This is our 40th interior redesign in the goal of completing 100 spaces in a year. That means every project is about finding practical solutions, from layout fixes to material choices, so you can apply these ideas to your own home. Before we get into the design, let's talk about the mood board or overall feel of the space. The color palette is all about balance, not too stark, not too heavy. About 60% of the space is soft neutrals, like off-white and light gray, covering the walls, ceiling, and larger furniture pieces. This keeps everything bright and open without feeling plain. Then, we layered in 30% wood tones and metal accents. You'll see this in the flooring, shelving, and cabinetry. Black metal details like chair legs and table frames help ground the design, giving it that sleek, modern touch. The final 10% is where the contrast comes in muted green and subtle teal. These show up in decor, pillows, and plants to keep the space from feeling too flat. A little color goes a long way in a minimalist setup. It's all about balance. This mix of neutrals, warm wood, and bold accents keeps the space balanced and inviting. Now, let's bring this mood board to life. Now, let's talk about the layout. The kitchen, dining, and living areas are all part of an open-plan space, so everything needs to feel connected without being cramped. As you step in, the foyer leads directly into the kitchen on the left, which covers 6 square meters. Isabelle wanted to keep the layout the same, but give the cabinets a fresh update. The dining area, sitting at 5 square meters, is right in the middle. There's already a breakfast nook with a pass-through window, but keeping that, along with a full dining table, would make the space feel too tight. So we made some adjustments. Then there's the living area. 11 square meters of blank space. No furniture, no structure, just an empty floor and a carpet that wasn't working for her. She wanted something that felt clean but inviting. So we focused on making it cozy without clutter. Let's start with living room. This is where the biggest transformation happened. The before, an empty space that didn't feel like a home yet. First, the flooring. The old carpet had to go. It wasn't practical, and it made the space feel closed in. Instead, we went with maple engineered wood flooring. This instantly made the room feel warmer and more structured while keeping it low maintenance. For the walls, we kept the white painted finish, but added a subtle accent panel. Why? Because plain walls can make a space feel flat and unfinished. This paneling brings in just enough texture to create a TV feature wall without making the space feel busy. Now, let's talk seating. Since Isabelle didn't have a sofa yet, we went for a low-profile modern design with slim black metal legs. The soft gray upholstery keeps things neutral, while a mix of light gray and muted teal pillows adds just enough contrast. This setup feels intentional, not just furniture placed randomly in a room, but a balanced layout that makes sense. In front of the sofa, we added a round glass coffee table with a sleek black metal base. Why glass? Because it keeps the design feeling light and open, making sure the space doesn't feel crowded. To define the seating area, we brought in a textured gray rug. It helps break up the flooring, adds a bit of softness, and keeps everything looking put together. For window treatments, we skipped heavy curtains and went for a combination of sheer and blackout layers in neutral gray. This way, you get natural light during the day and privacy when you need it without adding too much visual weight. Now, onto the TV area. Instead of bulky furniture, we added a sleek freestanding TV console in a gray and wood finish. It keeps the setup clean and functional while offering just enough storage for essentials. To bring in some natural elements, we placed a fiddle leaf fig in the corner behind the sofa. This is one of the best plants for a modern space that add warmth without clutter. For lighting, we kept it simple but effective. A black arc floor lamp behind the sofa adds a sculptural element while providing extra task lighting when needed. We also installed recessed pin lights for soft, even illumination. Nothing too harsh, just the right amount of brightness. To complete the setup, we added track lights as the main lighting source. These direct light where needed while keeping the ceiling clean. This next part is optional, but if you want to enhance the lighting even more, you can add recessed cove lighting with LED strips. This creates a soft, indirect glow that subtly highlights the ceiling edges without making the room feel overly bright. And that's the living area completely transformed. By the way, you can find all the materials we used in the description below. We also have a collection of products on our channel page. These products come from online stores like Wayfair.com. Next up, let's talk about the dining area, which sits right between the kitchen and living space. A compact 5 square meter section that needed better flow. Originally, there was a breakfast nook with 2 bar stools, but keeping it along with a dining table would make everything feel too tight. So, we made a simple but effective change. We narrowed the breakfast bar, turning it into a pass-through window instead. Now, it's still functional for serving food from the kitchen, but it doesn't take up unnecessary space. To keep things visually connected, we extended the wall paneling from the living room into this area. This helps the two spaces blend together naturally instead of feeling like separate zones. But we also wanted to give the dining area its own identity, so we added a curved geometric accent in a dark gray shade on one wall. It's a simple trick that adds depth and character without overwhelming the minimalist aesthetic. For furniture, we went with a rectangular walnut dining table with a black metal frame, keeping that wood and metal contrast we used throughout the design. The dark wood finish adds just enough warmth to balance the lighter flooring. To complement the table, we chose beetle dining chairs with curved backrests and slim black metal legs. The slight curve softens the space, making it feel cozy yet stylish, while the neutral upholstery keeps everything clean and uncluttered. Against the wall, we added a sleek console table with a warm wood top and black metal base. This adds extra storage without taking up too much room. Plus, it's perfect for styling with small decor pieces, a table lamp, or even a serving tray. To bring in an artistic element, we incorporated modern abstract wall art in neutral tones. The artwork ties in with the color scheme and introduces an artistic element that makes the area more visually engaging. Now, let's talk about lighting. The old pendant light wasn't working for the space, so we swapped it for a modern linear pendant fixture that runs right above the dining table. It keeps the look sleek while providing focused illumination where it matters most. We also carried over recessed lighting from the living area to keep brightness even throughout the space. Track lighting extends into the dining area, ensuring even brightness. And for a subtle glow effect, the cove lighting along the ceiling extends into the dining area, creating a soft, diffused light that enhances the ambiance. To finish off the space, we added a Dracaena plant in the corner. Its tall, structured leaves give just the right amount of greenery while maintaining that clean, modern aesthetic. And here's how the dining area looks now: open, stylish, and completely functional. Now, let's step into the kitchen, which covers 6 square meters and follows an L-shaped layout. Isabelle wanted to keep the existing setup, but give it a modern refresh, so the focus here was on simple yet impactful updates. The first thing that needed an upgrade? The cabinets. They had a honey oak finish that felt outdated, so we gave them a fresh coat of gray, instantly elevating the entire space. This one change made the kitchen feel more refined and in sync with the rest of the condo. But instead of just changing the color, we took it a step further. The old upper cabinets had an awkward gap between them and the ceiling, wasted space that just collected dust. So we extended the cabinetry all the way up, creating extra storage and giving the kitchen a more streamlined, built-in look. Next, let's talk about the backsplash. The existing tiles weren't bad, but they didn't fully match the new color scheme, and some areas looked unfinished. So we swapped them for a light-toned porcelain backsplash that blends seamlessly with the gray cabinets. Now, the kitchen looks polished, cohesive, and easy to maintain. For the flooring, we kept the existing material but added a geometric patterned rug in front of the sink. This breaks up the solid wood flooring while making the workspace more comfortable to stand in. Since clutter-free surfaces were a priority, we kept decor to a minimum. A few small potted plants like a snake plant and a fiddle leaf fig bring in a bit of freshness without overcrowding the countertops. Now, let's talk lighting, because a well-lit kitchen isn't just about style, it's about functionality. The main ceiling light stays, but we added under-cabinet LED strip lighting for better visibility on the countertops. This simple upgrade makes meal prep easier, adds a subtle glow, and gives the space a high-end feel without a high-end price tag. And just like that, with a few strategic updates, the kitchen now looks modern, efficient, and seamlessly tied to the rest of the condo. With the living room, dining area, and kitchen fully transformed, the space now feels intentional, open, and effortlessly modern. If you're thinking about updating your own space, remember, it's not always about big renovations. Sometimes the right color choices, smarter layouts, and small functional upgrades can make all the difference. Let us know which part of this transformation stood out to you the most in the comments. And if you're enjoying these redesigns, subscribe for more. Thanks.